Hello everybody, it's your boy Proftrof. Okay, so I did a poll a couple of, wait, was it 2 days ago? I don't remember. I asked you guys to let me know what kind of anime channel, which ones you prefer, which ones you want me to check out, stuff like that, and I let you choose between 3 people. Mostly because I don't know that many channels. Yeah, I linked a lot of them. So I was like, okay, I can either do the good old ones, or we can explore. So we're gonna be checking out some new stuff today, okay, new channels, and see how we like them. Please tell me yes, thank you, baby. This is Scamboli reviews. Redo of a Healer is an issue. Okay, I've read the manga novel thing. I've not read the novel, but I don't know what it's called anymore. There's like manga, there's like manhwa, there's 1,000 different fucking terms for them. Too edgy, too stupid for me. I honestly disliked it immensely. Can I remove this? Maybe. Okay, that's better. I disliked it immensely. I hate shows that are edgy just for being edgy, that make their worlds insanely, unbelievably dark and one-dimensional characters that their whole role is to be edgy and evil. Now, I'm not just talking about the main character of the show. I hate shows like that. I like when I watch a show if it's gonna take on these edgy notes, you know, like these topics. I want them to be believable. Like, you know, if someone's gonna be extremely fucked up, give them some likable things. Give them a reason why they're like that, so we understand what's happening. Not just make a character bad. A character is evil as hell just because they're evil as hell. Come on, brother. I don't know. I thought the writing on this thing is trash tier. I'm not gonna watch the anime because I cannot go through that shit again. I don't want to go through that shit again. I'm sorry.
Redo of Healer is the newest anime everyone's apparently upset about. It glorifies some really nasty stuff we'll talk about later. In fact, if you're not comfortable hearing about topics that rhyme with crepe or grape, it's a good idea to tune out now. I'll see you next week. But even more importantly, what's truly wrong about Redo of Healer is how fucking stupid this anime is, and how we've all just accepted that because something is shocking and tries something different.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. People don't do this anymore. They don't think. It's like, oh, here's something insanely shocking. I feel like I don't know. What do we blame for this? Is Game of Thrones to blame for this? But Game of Thrones had reasons behind its shocking things. Most of them. What is with this shit? Shock factor everywhere without, like, why? What?
That means it's good. I don't know much. I talk about anime for
another thing. Akame ga Kill. That's another show that's like this. I kind of like the manga, but at the same time, sometimes I just like, okay, brother, what am I reading? Everything is over the top evil, over the top edgy as hell. Come on, brother.
And I still crack under a bridge, but I do know that this is some bullshit. If you disagree with that, watch the video and hopefully I make you laugh anyway. I've been asked to talk about this constantly and don't really feel like thinking too hard, so I'm just gonna poop my opinion out there and retell the story for those of you who haven't seen it yet.
Do it, brother. The story so far is told by Scamboli.
Scamboli! A guy who, in a world of mythic heroes, is granted the healer class. There's other classes like people who use swords or magic, but the healer class heals people using healing magic. So anyways, his cum is like steroids and everybody wants it. Gimme, and drug him up for years to use him as a breeding stud by getting him so addicted to drugs that he has no choice but to listen to them to get his drugs. And before you ask, no, this isn't the stupid part yet. One day, after years of being their S-word slave, he gains a drug resistance ability that lets him wake up and be like, hey, you guys said this was Denny's, and remembers everything. He wasn't at Denny's. He was getting his cheeks blasted for 4 years. So he does the only reasonable thing. He lets it happen for another couple months for good measure.
Why not?
Then, after his companions are killed, finally he unleashes his powers of super speed, strength, and teleportation. That's healing magic. After defeating the Demon King, he gets an artifact to increase his magic power and uses healing magic to heal the world and reverse time. So he returns to the past, and to get his drug resistance stat early to prevent...
Oh, why did I click on this fucking video? I'm annoyed already. I hate when stories do stupid fucking shit like this and take themselves seriously. That's the problem with this. It takes itself seriously. I think that's the main problem with this. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I cannot, like, I'm gonna pause from time to time just because I cannot take too much of this at one time. I hope y'all understand me.
Prevent this whole part, he shoves a bunch of shrooms at his mouth and trips in the forest. He's then escorted to the castle to meet the king, because he's a healer now. And the king's all like, good. Fuck, what did the king say? Get this guy some water. He's a healer. The king is happy that he's a healer, so everyone's like, cool. And then Kiaru's like, cool, so we don't have to do the whole slavery thing? And the king's like, ooh, your bedroom will be on the right. Kiaru tries to get some sleep after talking to everybody, and one of the maids busts in because, remember how I told you his seed is magic?
Yes.
Yeah, his semen allows people to break through their level cap, because of course it does. The maid busts down against his will, but luckily he uses healing magic to absorb XP from the people that break into his room at night, because of course he can. The next day, the princess of the kingdom is like, heal this swordsman chick! So he heals her and goes, we then find out that he gets to steal skills from people when he heals them. So now he's a master swordsman, because of course he is. This is all building up to a very stupid climax, I promise. The princess starts talking shit about him in his sleep.
Is it ended? Has the manga, web novel, web thing ended? I assume it has.
Oh, he can only heal people's arms and stuff.
I stopped a long time before this. I did not give this too much. When I read, I think I stopped when he went back in time. That's pretty much where I fucking ended this shit. I could not do anymore. I'm sorry. I could not give it any more of a shot.
Useless. Give him heroin. But what she doesn't know is that the hero is actually awake during all of this. He's calculated their every move with complete accuracy. The hero summons all of his wits, all of his knowledge to draft an unbeatable plot to not let them steal his ass. He's gonna let them. For 6 months. This is what's called checkmate. Wait, what? Why are we doing this?
Don't think about it.
He claims he needed to go through the...
Okay, we need a break time. Oh, you dumbass little hole. What? No one does that to a man. What is wrong with you? That is fucked up. My dick hurts. Is this what they call phantom pain?
Yes, honey, treatment for 6 months so he could steal people's experience while he healed them. But couldn't he, like, not? If he knew the princess would do this to him for being useless, why did he adamantly refuse to heal anybody in this scene?
Okay, listen. As I said, I stopped when they go back in time, so I don't remember. But I think my brain has pretty much erased all my memories of this. I remember it being complete trash. I remember some stuff from it. I mostly started watching this just because I thought it was a hentai, I gotta be honest with you. Okay, another thing. Why does he say he's a healer? How do they find out? I don't remember this shit. Why doesn't he just go around touching people? Why does he tell them it's his semen that's making them heal people? Can't he just distribute that in bottles and have them take that shit? There is so many things you could do. If you try to use brain, so many things you could do without going through 6 months of torture just so you can yoink XP from people. Just go around touching people. It's
Even if it fails, he loses nothing. Would it not be more useful to show that you're a great service to the heroes and then steal experience from the most powerful people on the planet? Yes, that would actually make too much sense.
Pretend you're an alchemist.
Show the viewer that these people are over-the-top crazy lunatics to justify this next thing.
How is he alive? Does he have a secret power? Adamantium balls? I would be dead. And if I was not, I would be dead. If you know what I mean.
That pissed everybody off. He sobers up after 6 months and he can finally strike back and escape, so he waits a couple more days for good measure. And disguises himself as a knight to request an audience with the princess. When he's in private with her, he begins his revenge by breaking her fingers one by one. If she screams, she gets the pipe. If she's silent, she can go. I don't know how much of this I can show, but it's pretty fucked up and weirdly satisfying, kind of like those slime videos with the ukulele music.
What?
It stops being weirdly satisfying after this line. As you can see here, they're clearly dancing. There's some ushy-gushy sound effects and a lot of screaming, like it's the fucking jellyfish jam. The whole 3 minutes is pretty uncomfortable and detailed. It's genuine hentai. To wrap this up, he brainwashes her into losing her memory and changes her face so that they can run away from the kingdom together and be in a loving relationship after he got done wrestling her. That's what we're going to call the R word. It's all much less tame than I'm making it sound, chock full of him being abused in horrible ways. I just got to keep this family friendly. There's a lot to talk about with that story, but I'm going to let this section do the talking. By far the best thing to come out of Redo of Healer are the reactions. Holy fuck, it's a war zone out there.
Cringy comments read by
the babies. I'm 13 and this doesn't faze me. Hentai is my life. And me and my... boys share codes. What you gonna do? Holla my mum? There's no point in watching hentai if you can't come. I can come. Holla my mum? There's no point.
Of course it's a Baki. Of course the Chad is a Baki fan. Of course. It all makes perfect sense. Of course. Of course he is.
You can't come.
Makes complete sense.
Bitch. Oh. The edgelords. She f***ing deserved it. I would f***ing mutilate her over and over again. He should have done so much more to her. You are very, very, very retarded. More edgelords. As someone who is well versed in wickedness,
Brother, why are you doing this to me? You cannot start a sentence with, as someone who is very well versed in wickedness.
Drenched in evil and vile to their core. I must say the worst thing he did to her was erase her memories. Your memories are the core of... Just say you're a little bitch and leave. Nobody will care if you stop watching because you can't handle an animated show. I'm going to hell for this. There's a special place in hell for us. It's called a throne. One downvote. The philosophers. Human morality isn't that complex. There are few difference over time in regions, but morality almost have a similar base. Look at slavery. Yes. Slavery existed in the world for thousands of years. How every morality dictated around the world that though someone was a slave, there were a limit. And whatever the hell this conversation is. MC gets tortured. Lib meh, who cares? MC does the same thing to a girl. Lib cancel it now! What stupid logic you got?
I have found you, Joe Biden.
It's also very, very easy to find complete polar opposites in the reaction community. This has got to be one of the most divisive pieces of media I've ever seen.
This man just slapped her with his pee-pee.
But the one thing I haven't been able to find are these libtard snowflakes everyone's talking about. I just see a bunch of paranoid schizophrenics. Why is this rated so low?
It's the SJW.
What do you mean, why is it rated so low? Because it's garbage. What do you mean? Why is it rated? Did you watch the same thing everyone else watched? What?
We're the feminists, remember?
We should take off these Twitter whizzes to have such a meltdown. This guy, I don't even know what's going on with this guy. And why are people...
Let me see what's going on. Come on, brother, wait. So this anime is trending for the past 2 weeks. Is #1 on the site, yet the rating is 5.1 out of 18. Which pussyfucker is down rating this shit? I'm sorry, this is an over-the-top emotional super thing. This is My Hero Academia. The fuck were they? How are you comparing this to My Hero Academia? A show that establishes a world, puts you inside of the world, and has interesting things inside of it. I'm actually surprised it has 5.1 as its score. The fuck were the adults on the site? Never mind, most likely still virgins and with bedrooms next to their mom. Brother, I am scared to ask about your sex life if this is what you find appealing. I am scared.
And why are people trying to cancel this anime? I think it's a good anime with great reason for what he's doing. All these snowflakes out there can F off and find a more vanilla anime. There are so many of these comments.
What the fuck happened to Luffy, brother? Luffy, what I have not seen One Piece / like 80 episodes, but damn, Luffy really went downhill from that shit. Okay, can't wait to see the snowflakes get triggered away. By the way, this is actually a problem, I think, nowadays, with the whole snowflakes getting triggered, snowflakes. Listen, you guys are the snowflakes. You have become the snowflakes. The snowflake hunters have become the snowflakes. It is kind of... Bro, this anime finna make every snowflake mad. Chill out, Sasuke. Chill the fuck out. Your brother died. Shut the fuck up. Don't mind me, I'm just enjoying the chaotic situation, the shitstorm. Oh, I use the same site as well. I know this site. This site's pretty cool. And I'll create on Twitter and Reddit, possibly 4chan first.
Going, and so I went digging. This show was so goddamn hyped. Constant comments on my channel to check it out. Hundreds of comments about it being ragged on. Apparently TikTok is where the show is being cancelled.
Alright, so it seems dope so far. Not cringy. Not cringy like some other new... Bill Nye. Bill. The... I'm really excited about this anime, not gonna lie, cause the whole revenge plot and this new character is just adding to the big... You ever watch something or like read a comment and like you're so disappointed in humanity after that you don't even know what to say? Like, come on, brother. I don't get TikTok kids keep giving it bad reviews cause just they can't handle some scenes like grow up or simply don't watch LMAO. So true, I wish these kids just stop watching anime like this so they can produce more anime like this.
I made a TikTok account just for this, and I can't seem to find a single big video trashing the show. I did find one chick that made a negative video. She said, hey, if you have problems watching this type of content, just don't watch it. I tried it out and regretted it. That's it. Very respectful. Didn't urge people to dislike bomb it, nothing. From what I saw during my scroll, as I probably put on screen, no one is trying to cancel this show. It's mostly memes. So I went deeper. I went to where the blue-haired girls with Xanax...
I hope you didn't go as deep as the main character of the show, though.
Addictions love to pretend to be upset about things. Twitter. And a simple search of redo of healer shows me nothing. Just memes. Everyone is mutually laughing about how crazy the show is. I even checked again a day later, and the only thing that changed is some girl is cosplaying as one of the characters. I'm not saying there aren't people upset about the show. Of course there are.
Which rod was she using when she was cosplaying?
But you have to dig to find them. There isn't some big-ass conspiracy against the show. People just don't like it. And believe me, I really wanted to make a video talking about how it's stupid to try to cancel a Japanese cartoon as if some office is going to be like, oh, the 19-year-old white girl from Ohio is offended. Shut it down, boys. That's really funny. I really wanted to respond to these people. They're just not there right now. It's cringe to me that the most common thing I see in discussions is that this anime is great and the only reason someone could dislike it is because they're snowflakes. Or...
Listen, one thing I don't understand what you're saying. Why is it not a hentai? Why'd you make this an anime and not a hentai? I don't understand. Why? This is why that's confusing. This should be a hentai 100%. Why is it an anime?
They could dislike it because it's...
trash? The dog shit. Fair enough, fair enough.
Now, man to man, I want you to tell me if this is good writing. When he meets the king, he goes by...
Oh, I'm gonna cringe again.
Oh, okay. But when he goes into hiding and disguises himself, he changes his name to Kiaru. I want you to tell me if that's good writing.
Bro,
okay, so healing magic...
Good? That is master level shit. That is Gandalf the Great turning into Gandalf the White type writing.
Lets you absorb the knowledge and skills of whoever you're trying to heal, and everyone in the world thought healers were useless. That's what you're telling me. You're also telling me that magic can heal the world, change your appearance, and one-shot enemies.
Magic, brother.
No. Because none of that involves healing. Don't call it healing magic if you're just gonna make shit up as soon as you want the character to do something cool. That's not good writing.
This is my biggest problem with these types of cringy, dark, edgy shows is they don't establish the world. In order for you to get into a story, at least for me, that's for me. I don't know about you guys. Let me know in the comments, please. I'm curious. In order for me to like a show, like I love Berserk, right? But Berserk establishes the world. You understand stuff. Right? And then stuff happens in that world, so you're invested because you kind of know stuff and you're learning more about the world. Like Lord of the Rings, they establish lore of around the world. It's not just here's 5 characters, shit's happening. assume whatever you want to assume. No. They establish it.
Improv. So let's talk about why the show is so lacking, in my opinion. The whole anime is just what the fuck, Windows Protector? The whole anime exists just to be brutal revenge wish fulfillment, which by itself would be fine if the show had literally anything else to offer. What is anyone who enjoys the story saying besides, wow, it's so different, this is crazy stuff?
So brutal.
Nothing, because that's all it offers, and it's cool if that's why you're here. It's perfectly fine to enjoy a show for your own reason. I don't really care about that. It's not my place to please what people like. But to pose it as if it's bigger than mindless violence and edginess and that the character and story are well written is just silly. The story itself has nothing to say. You can literally predict how a scene will end as soon as it's on screen. This is entirely live. You can see I'm recording. He's going to buy a slave. I'm willing to bet my life. Alright, I'm willing to bet all of my YouTube subscribers this mother is about to find a female slave. I promise, I put it on my life.
They never buy the male slaves.
He's probably gonna look around. He's gonna see a bunch of slaves in caves that are all in cages that are all scared. Ooh, and then he's gonna find like a female beast girl. Double points if it's lolly. He's gonna find like a scared beast girl to and he's like, oh, this one looks good at combat.
Like the shoot hero.
Oh, strike one, baby. No, he's male, not her. Him. She doesn't have that many bright colors. Not her. Oh!
By the way, am I the only one that's kind of fucking annoyed with Shield Hero and this and some of the other ones that they establish these worlds? You get like it was supposed to be edgy, the hero's supposed to be fighting. They show these fucking slavery shits and no one does anything about them, or like, oh, that's okay for now. Like this triggers my soul, brother. It triggers my soul. Kill these fucks. What are you doing? Give your character some good fuck English words. Use them brain. Good characteristics.
Let's fucking go. It's too
Damn,
easy.
brother.
This show's
200
stupid.
IQ prediction.
Every character here is a one-dimensional evil person for the sake of being evil. There is no depth to why people do what they do. By the way, unscripted, there's not a single likable character on this entire show. The princess locks Kiaru up in a sex dungeon because she's a bit of a mean person, and every single person in the kingdom is super down with it. Why? Why is the main chick you're supposed to hate the hottest character on the show? Why did the author make the main characters cum magic? Why are there so many scenes of the character being wrestled?
Cummed.
The answer is simple. It's because
It's trash.
the show is weirdo shit. I'm not saying you're weird for watching it or blah blah blah. Who
What?
cares?
No. That is exactly what he means. If you watch this shit and you enjoy it, you're probably a fucking weirdo, okay? That's okay. That's okay. I mean, just embrace it, brother. But don't pretend you ain't. Especially if you're one of those fucking commenters. Oh, where is my snowflakes? Why is such bad rating? Probably snowflakes. Nah, you are fucking weirdos. Why are you not saying that? Why are you pretending like they're not fucking weirdos? They're fucking weirdos!
Letting you know that the people who this anime is made for are into the sort of wrestling fantasy. That doesn't
Yeah,
mean
but
if
it was
you're
supposed to be a
watching it, enjoy
hentai.
what you
Listen,
need to
if
see.
this was a hentai, I'd probably be into it as well. It's a fucking anime. Why?
Kelp. And
Why?
if you're into this type of thing, who cares? There's been hentai out there with far worse plots for years that no one seems to care about. It's only suddenly a problem when it's in anime form on television,
Yes.
which is easily accessible by children.
Yes, that is the problem. Because it is not a hentai. When you go into something and it is a hentai, it's fucked up. Yes. Perfect. Once it's an anime, there are standards. That's the thing. Hentai, no standards. No standards at all, brother. Anime has some standards. I expect plot, writing, action, interesting stuff. Hentai, fuck no. Give me hot bitches getting railed by a fucking hot stick of iron. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, as I'm editing, I think I kind of caught that one. Bad point right there. I'm just bringing
Very
this
bad.
up to explain that every element in the show is just a mechanism to execute the weird shit. His cum is magic. That's so everyone in the show can take advantage of him. It could have been his piss, spit, blood.
It could have still been done well. Pretend you're a fucking alchemist. Don't tell them it's your actual cum. And put it in vials with some shit. I don't know. You could have gone around it. They just didn't. They made it It's
Nope, it had to be baby gravy because the author had a choice.
Baby
Could he
gravy.
just do it in a jar? No, they have to take it from him. Why? Because this gives them an excuse to act out the intended viewer's fantasy on the totally super hot girl and future girls. The characters are as evil as possible for no real reason that we see on screen, specifically so this plot could work. You could have just milked the guy and left him alone.
true.
That actually sounds kind of nice.
That's probably
Just
better though.
milk me.
Like, what's the point of torturing the dude? It just means that he's gonna live less, right? That's that's my problem. You're supposed to turn off your brain with these, and that's okay for hentais. For animes though, that annoys me. I tend to overthink a lot when I watch stuff like, stuff. So this annoys the shit out of me.
Leave me the fuck alone. And I know
Just
that
take care of the
intended
guy so he
viewer
can
is
produce
supposed
more
to be in
semen
full
for
wish
you.
fulfillment kink mode, because why else does he get a harem later in the series? I want you to tell
Everyone
me.
gets
Maybe
a
I'm
harem
tripping. He goes
nowadays.
around finding unrelated innocent chicks and turns them into his toys via slavery or drugs to make them more suggestible later in the
Such an
manga.
amazing
You might
character.
say, oh, it's human nature. Of course he's getting a harem because they made him crazy. Really? Thank you, Freud. I appreciate your input. I'm just not really convinced. Now you might be thinking, come on, Scam, you're crazy. It's about revenge. It's original.
Finally, something original. Evil. Different from the rest of that constant repetitive power fantasy. Okay. Edgelord, okay.
Original and different than everything else. It has nothing to do with a power fantasy or some weird fetish. Nope, we're getting a comment. Damn, he was very brutal, but then again, she did made him suffer a lot. I would have done the same thing.
Fucking dick. Okay, why are you? What are you weirdos? Put this guy as your main character picture. Why you gotta ruin nice characters? We got Luffy. We got my boy. Sasuke was a very edgy character. He had a reason to be edgy. His whole fucking family line got slaughtered in front of him by his brother. That's how you make a hero edgy, and not actually make him a complete shit character. Next point. Asta, my boy fucking Asta. Asta is a cool ass character. I love Asta. Remove, you little whore.
Myself, to be honest. Huh. Seems like a little discrepancy. A big discrepancy, actually. Wait a second. Again, I'm not saying anyone who watches this is weird or wrong. That's
Yes,
stupid.
yes, and yes,
I'm
you
not
are.
even saying that the people who are watching it for the kinky business are weird or
No,
wrong.
that's okay.
Out loud. I am saying that it's not intended to be anything more than senseless revenge hentai. That's who it's made for. It just so happens that you can find it entertaining for a few different reasons. The torture scenes that aren't sexual are pretty funny for me to watch personally. So the revenge can definitely be fun. But that's it. Fun. The show isn't deep. The main character isn't complex. And almost every other element like the magic, the villains, etc. are thrown in there as an excuse to show you more crazy stuff. You can like the show in spite of that. Just quit saying that it's deep and quit saying that it's only getting downvoted because people are sensitive. Just kidding, it doesn't really matter. People can have their own opinions. I'm gonna tell you mine and maybe you'll be like, hey, I really haven't seen anyone trying to cancel the show personally. And now I think about it, why does healing magic have to come out as ween hole and make people level up? Huh. Or maybe your opinion's actually like, wow, he didn't do close to any research. There's a hashtag and everything for people trying to get the show off the planet, and then I'm gonna get proven wrong. But that's just my very quickly written thoughts that hopefully you like listening to even if you don't agree. If you like this video, subscribe or comment. I reply to those. We're also doing a video that takes more than 3 days to complete next week on an anime I actually like. What? Crazy. So yeah, see ya.
Okay. Whoever suggested this dude, you're a champ. I enjoyed this immensely. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Let me know. Okay, has anyone actually watched this shit? Let me know your opinion. I kind of want to watch it to see how bad it is, but I'm not gonna cringe or probably break something. I tend to get triggered very easily when I watch stupid shit. Like, stupidity triggers the fuck out of me when it's supposed to be, when it's made to be consumed. I don't know if I can explain my thought process around this, but I hope y'all understand what I mean. Anyway, quick thank you to the Patreons and the YouTube members. Petro Martinez, Kamansko, Unitsu, Asterix, Junior Hilton, Lemon, Monarch, Madash, Ronic, James Blunt, Rui Hideki, Michael Muzio, Nicole Gergiev, Charlie, Leroy, Olivia, and Sangri. Thank you all for the support. Hope y'all enjoyed this, and I'll catch y'all next time.